show up and hang out with us and sip on some beverages and eat some good food and enjoy college football at the End Zone. The End Zone. That's the bar. That's the sports bar. I mean, they have one of the biggest TVs I've ever seen in my life.
It is the biggest TV I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's over the bar. That'll be Ole Miss A&M, and then they'll have the other games to the left and right. We want you to come see us. It'll be free food if you just come in and reference the Out of Bounds show down at the bar. And then they moved the tables closer to that end of the casino once they built the sports bar. I'll be there at 5. I would love to see you, love to meet you, love to watch some college football, and sip on an Abita or something like that with you. Okay, the Out of Bounds show is brought to you by the famous 10-ounce filet with a side of bacon-wrapped shrimp. Good grief, that stuff's good. It's stuffed bacon-wrapped shrimp at Shapley's Steakhouse in Ridgeland, and you can visit shapleysrestaurant.com to make a reservation. Plus, it's that time of year, 6 private dining rooms, seat anywhere between 50 and 60 people. If you're hosting clients, a rehearsal dinner, or you would like to thank your employees for working their tails off for you, or for the company and the purpose and the cause the last 10, 11 months. Twitter handle at BowBounds. Twitter handle at BowBounds. Number 601-707-3750. Luganville was awesome. He compared Cam Akers to Ezekiel Elliott in high school. And then he decided to take it one step further on the. I said, hey, we had a really sharp guy by the name of David Morris, QBCountry.com, played quarterback at Ole Miss, really roommates with Eli Manning, has been in the QB development coaching game for some time now. And way before everybody else was on the bandwagon, David compared Dak Prescott to Donovan McNabb. And then he went on to tell us why, because he coached Dak Prescott. He wasn't just doing this off the cuff. He coached Dak Prescott at the Manning Passing Academy. Huh? I think David kind of knows what he's talking about, considering the long list of guys that he has coached that are in the NFL or that are in high school and have gone on to play Power 5 and G5.
So we are crediting Dak pretty much with having the bandwagon fans of. I mean, how many people have come on and been a Cowboys fan in the past 3 months, which has been a tremendous number. So in a way, he's just like Steph Curry.
That's fair.
That's fair.
In this state, he's like that. Right. Yeah. No, nationally, people have jumped on the Dallas Cowboys and Dak because it's a great story, Jackson. So it has more reach than just here. But yes, you're right. Mississippi State fans have turned into Dallas Cowboy fans, just like Ole Miss fans turned into New York Giants fans with Eli, or Southern Miss Green Bay fans with Brett Favre. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, if your guy goes to a team and he's successful, I'm all about that.
Is he a success?
Who?
Dak.
Well, of course he's a success.
So you can label him as success.
He came from a trailer park.
Oh, I know.
This magazine right here tells you that he was in a trailer park growing up with his mother and his brothers. So I would say the fact that he's got 2 degrees, an undergrad and master's, and started in the SEC and now plays in the NFL, he's not just, if he never does another thing, he's been wildly successful.
Absolutely.
And whether you like Mississippi State or not, it's a great story. So we probably should have covered it more. I know I should have, because it's called Playing the Hits. And here it is. Dakota Prescott was raised by his single mother, Peggy, inside a trailer park complex in Princeton, Louisiana. I can't imagine that. I was way more fortunate. That's, I was a kid who grew up in a great neighborhood and in a nice home. And so, yeah, that guy's battled. And then his mother was dying for 2 years while he was playing. So, yeah, the guy's wildly successful.
We did get a tweet from T.O. Ole Miss. He actually tweeted us a picture of Skip Bayless saying, win or lose, this will be Dak's last game. and they talked about it on Undisputed. What do you?
I think he's under an enormous amount of
He
pressure to
is.
play Romo because Romo is the veteran, and they owe Romo so much money. Good Lord.
So much.
They probably. I know hindsight's 2020. No, I guess you had to pay him. He's a really, really good QB when he's healthy. So I'm not going to sit here and beat up on Stephen Jones, Jerry's son, for extending Romo. We know this. When you have a QB, you got to pay him.
You have to.
And Romo is really, really good.
I mean,
They have never really given it until the last couple of years, and then he's missed like 20 games. Until the last couple of years, they didn't give him what he needed.
Yeah, that's right.
And then they gave him what he needed, and he's missed all these games. I hate it for him because I wasn't, I loved what Galloway said out of Dallas. He's a Romo-sexual. And Romo and there's no difference in Romo and Rivers and Eli and Flacco. It's just a matter of the franchises, the leadership, the GMs like Ozzie Newsome, and the ownership groups like the Maras that have the right culture. And Dallas and San Diego haven't had it. Now, Dallas seems to may have found it again. Would y'all agree with that?
They're
they
on their
finally
way.
committed to drafting offensive line. They still didn't draft enough good defensive players.
Right.
But I think they're the number one team in the NFC, and the Seahawks are looming. I agree with Jackson. The Seahawks are there. They're built the right way.
Right.
But Dallas can run the foot. We know when it gets cold, and when it gets later in the year, I know Dallas plays inside. But as it gets late in the year, you need to be able to pound the rock to win it. Ask the Broncos. There's been certain times where Belichick has committed to the run in games where we thought they would throw it 40 times, and all of a sudden he hands it off to LeGarrette Blount 30 times.
So
So
he carried him to the AFC Championship last year.
in January, more times than not, you remember Eli had those two big backs, the one that was from Auburn and transferred out, and then the one I can't remember, Jacobs and Bradshaw or something, but they were big physical backs that were healthy at the right time. And they were able to run the football, and they had that front four to put pressure on people. And then Eli made some big plays because he can throw it down the field.
In cold weather.
You have to be able to drive the ball down the field in cold weather. And those are the things that you look for when we get into January in the NFL.
I'm a homosexual.
They have to play him, though, right? They're under a lot of pressure to play Romo. If we don't see Dak, then no one questions his contract.
They're under nobody. The fans don't pressure you
as long as you're winning.
in the NFL like they do in college.
That's true, yes.
Jerry Jones owns the team, so he and Steven are looking at this and the offensive staff, and would I be surprised to see Romo play at some point? No. Plus,
I'm
this
a
is
homosexual.
Vegas has Pittsburgh.
I love that.
Oh, it's one of the best interviews we've ever done. One more time.
I'm a homosexual.
That's Randy Galloway out of I think he was actually with the Fort Worth Telegram, not the Dallas Morning News. And then he did ESPN radio out there for years.
I'm a homosexual.
He said that on our show.
That's awesome. And he said it so comfortably.
I wish we had an older guy in the media here that was super opinionated.
Oh, yeah.
That was in their 50s and that would, really get after Ole Miss and Mississippi State when they needed it, and then also give them props. He has absolutely hammered Jerry Jones, and yet he and Jerry are friends. See, in this state, if you have, I've ripped Mississippi State much more than Ole Miss, but if you rip Ole Miss at all, people throw a fit. See, I want people to critique me, and you don't need people just to tell you and like you're awesome, you're the best, you're above reproach, you're above being critiqued. Jennifer tweets to us on the Farm Bureau Insurance Twitter feed at Bowbounds, brought to you by favorites.com. You can get a quote in 4 minutes or less. New auto rates, same great service. What magazine? Where can I read that article on Dak? It's ESPN, the magazine. The Improbable Rise of Dak Prescott by Ian O'Connor and Adam Schefter, two of the most talented guys covering the NFL, no doubt, right? We'll take a break. We've got to get back into our poll question. Okay, I'll go to that. Have we thrown up the poll question yet? Awesome. All right, tell me, we're looking, and this is not a shot at any of these guys. We are having fun with this, but we're looking for game day SEC Twitter champions. And it's between who, Drew?
Clay Travis, Barrett Sallee, Dan Wolken, Wes Rucker. Clay Travis is leading the way at 63%.
Come on, guys.
That's because the majority of people here are familiar with Clay Travis.
Yeah, that's true.
You know,
he's by
familiarity is
far and away
coming
the
away.
biggest name
Yeah,
out of
no
that
doubt.
group, although the others have had success and have a big following. We'll take a break. Come see us at Ameristar Casino in Vicksburg at 5 o'clock on Saturday afternoon, just about an hour and a half before Ole Miss and A&M kick off. We'll be throwing a party at the new sports bar, The End Zone, and we'll have free food for you if you reference the Out of Bounds show once you get down there in the bar. And the Tito's girls will be there, and
Nice.
they'll have Tito's swag, Tito's handmade vodka, but Tito's swag for you. Live in the Bank Plus studio, the Out of Bounds show, ESPN 105.9 The Zone. Straight ahead, I have the top 3 candidates for the LSU job, and it's not even close, and Tom Herman's not